Hello, and welcome to another Contemplative Living, where we talk about concepts to bring contemplative living into everyday life. And that's something that we need all the time. It's a constant learning experience. So one time, Spirit said to me, living with purpose means being in a state of peace, truth, and using that to assist others. So that's kind of what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about a concept on the Eightfold Path of right action. So let's get to it.
Welcome to Contemplative Living, where we view contemplations for the week to have a better understanding of our spiritual paths. This is Contemplative Living with Dave Bennett. Contemplations and reflective meditations.
All right, so we're talking about right action today. And in these turbulent times, what could be more appropriate, right? How we conduct ourselves in a day-to-day basis is crucial to our own being, to our own growth as well. So, finding that root within us of who we are is vital in then developing a very mindful and authentic way of being. So, the quality of your action depends on the quality of your being. So we need to take the time. We need to take the time to get to know ourselves, who we are. And yeah, I know, we all have issues. Gosh knows, we all have issues, right? But, we have to come to acceptance that, okay, but that's who I am right now. But I can work to be a better person. And as I do that, my actions are going to be more heartfelt and filled with compassion for those around me and for myself. So we need to work on that. And right action promotes moral, honorable, and peaceful conduct. Right action is a bit of a philosophy, but you combine it with right thought, with right view, with the other steps of the Eightfold Path. They all come together so that we react in the circumstances in a way that promotes honorable action and peaceful conduct. Okay, so that we can advance our being in the circumstances to a more peaceful resolution. And the first thing to do is to abstain from destroying life, abstain from stealing and from dishonest dealings. We've all kind of fallen in the trap now and then where something really too good to be true kind of comes our way. But it's a little dishonest, and we kind of get drawn into that sort of function. But, we need to abstain from that. We need to move away from that. It happens. A lot of times we're even pushed into those types of situations by maybe the circumstances or our peers or something like that. But the thing is to abstain and to step back, take those deep breaths. You know what is truth. You know what is right. And so our higher consciousness is aware at all times of what is the right path. And we just need to center, take those deep breaths, become who we are, and then we can move on to that. We want to move on to that so that we can help others to lead a peaceful and honorable life as well. So right action isn't all about us and about our actions. It's about how we can contribute and how we can can help others to develop their right action so that they can see clearly what is the path that is necessary for the betterment of all of us. Showcase the compassion and the selflessness of the dharma by your actions. So I know I don't even have to look at the comments later. They're going to ask me, what is the dharma? The dharma are the lessons, okay? The higher lessons that guide us in this life. And so if we showcase compassion and selflessness in our actions, then we're following the dharma, and we're creating positive and empowering actions. Because that's what right action is really all about, is to live a life of empowerment, of knowing yourself, empowering yourself, and empowering others with a positive, loving, and compassionate way. If you don't succeed in being, you can't succeed in doing. So again, we have to come back to the basic of understanding who we are and connecting to our higher consciousness. And we do that through a spiritual practice. And I'm not going to try to guide you into one spiritual practice or another, because what works for me may not work for you. So we all have to explore that avenue and find what really works. And this weekend is kind of about that. You know, we're in a holiday period here where we're talking about rebirth, and why can't we take the time to know who we are and rebirth our energy and who we are so that we can become the best person we possibly can be. And then once we succeed in being authentic in who we are, then when we apply that sense of knowing ourselves into every interaction and all the circumstances that we find ourselves in, that's when we will succeed. We will succeed. And because the universe is backing us up, besides getting to know who we are, once we get there, the universe says, wow, we have someone here who's waking up. Let's support them. Let's move with them. So it amplifies whatever it is that we're trying to accomplish. So if you can be yourself, that is action. Just simply by being yourself. If you can be yourself, that is action. And it's a concrete way to live your life in every moment. There's a lot, the buzzword of mindfulness is around all the time. But this is what it's really all about is, once we get to know who we are and we start to bring that into our everyday life, then we become more mindful. We become a person who's living with that authenticity in everything that we do. That is mindfulness. That is the right action. That is the way we want to live our lives. I hope that you can find your path to be able to develop that interconnection with your being so that you can have that higher guidance with you at all times and helping you to be where you need to be. I hope you have a blessed week. Namaste.